Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be breaking down Trisha Paytas' last two Enemies episodes and giving you guys a brief rundown of what feels like never-ending drama between Trisha Paytas and Keemstar. But before we get into it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and follow the Hot Tea Twitter account. Actually, Trisha and Keem seem to be on good terms and had friendly exchanges before 2019. Trisha was very friendly towards Keemstar. Here are just a few of the tweets that Trisha sent to Keem, being like, "I'll never stop hitting on Keemstar. You're so hot. I want to hang. Correction, bang. We are soulmates. Hopefully this convinces you. Thanks at Keemstar for my hoodie. It's so soft. I'm gonna rub it on my all day for OnlyFans." Keep in mind, Trisha is a certified troll and she's been known to act overtly sexual with multiple online personalities and celebrities. She married a cardboard cutout of Brad Pitt. I don't think we can take her romantic passes at people very seriously, you know? But this all changed in May of 2019. On May 14th, Keemstar tweeted, "To Trisha Paytas, I just seen this Nikocado Avocado video. Why were you so cruel to him? That video's straight evil. What the fuck?" Trisha Paytas responded, "LOL Keem, where my 45-minute interview at? I didn't DM someone back. Bring out the torches." On May 15th, 2019, DramaAlert posted a video covering the Nikocado ghosting situation. If you were unaware, Trisha got into drama with Nikocado Avocado a couple years ago when she apparently ghosted him when they were supposed to collab, and it was this whole shady thing. And Trisha didn't come out of that one looking too good. Keemstar said in this DramaAlert video covering the situation that Trisha is lying and doesn't want to take responsibility for ghosting this guy. Keem also sends his followers after her.
"Listen, I'm well aware of how much power DramaAlert has, how much power my platform has, and I try my hardest not to use it as a weapon. In this case, I'm using it as a weapon. Like, you need to be canceled. You deserve to."
Keemstar mentions the H3 video and basically tells Trisha that her lack of compassion for Nick in this situation is really uncool.
"Unbelievable, Trisha. This is not about you not DMing Nick back. This is about you publicly lying and trying to make people believe that he's some type of creep."
Trisha then posted this tweet saying, "Oh my god, I love Keemstar. Oh my god, so funny, so cunning, literally the superstar of our generation. He saved YouTube. You're a king." This is obviously Trisha being a troll. We saw her do something similar recently when she wrote in a now deleted tweet, "I for one have truly missed David's vlogs." Keem and Trisha went back and forth on Twitter for a few days. Keem responded to a tweet from Perez Hilton saying, "At Trisha Paytas, Perez Hilton, the interview. Everything you wanted to know. Tomorrow, Friday, May 17th. Nothing is off the table. Things got wild." Keemstar was like, "Perez Hilton? Shocked. I don't have to make a MySpace to watch this interview." And for the next few days, they exchanged several tweets saying, "I've had enough with the lies, Trisha Paytas." Trisha was like, "You're such a weirdo. Leave me alone." In August of 2019, Trisha and Keemstar were in drama once again with this series of tweets. Keem was like, "Congrats, hopefully this gives some inspiration to Trisha Paytas," when one person was like, "Nice bro, I actually just got off crystal this past month. Keep going, it's tough." Trisha says, "I don't think there's ever been a nastier piece of shit on the internet than you, Keem. Why do you only pick on girls? Your face be looking dry as for a pussy." Keem says, "I make one mention of crystal meth and someone gets all pissy." Trisha's like, "Think about it if your daughter was a crystal meth. Not funny jokes. You suck. I can't believe you're a dad. Gross." Keem says, "Don't bring my kid into this and compare her to you. She's 10, does not do drugs, or has daddy issues." Trisha says, "You are literally a monster and should not be around any child, you dumb f***. Keemstar is a literal devil bringing up my drug. Your bullying causes actual death. This isn't cute. Get your shit together." Keem replies, "My daughter is a New York State champion in science and has won 3 dance competitions in 2019. Your biggest accomplishment this year was tweeting your own nudes. I literally told the person that quit doing crystal meth that I hope they give you inspiration. You took that as bullying and started coming at my 10-year-old daughter. My daughter is really good at science. Maybe she'll discover a cure for you." In September of 2020, Keemstar and Trisha got into it once again over no one else but Gabbie Hanna. Trisha posted this series of tweets saying, Keemstar asked me to come into an interview last week for DramaAlert and I said no. Only really sad and desperate for attention people go on there to interview about drama. It's so pathetic. I've asked both Keemstar and Gabbie to leave me alone. They refuse. Please don't tag me in anything that they say anymore. It's mentally draining me. People make fun of me and my BPD, but it's very serious. I seek help out already and this is all too much. I'm not responding anymore. Then Trisha posted a series of videos again, just going off on what a piece of work Keemstar is.
You think bringing up drama is all fun and games until you're egging on a mentally ill person, saying I'm starting to say I'm instigating, I'm scared for my life, you dumb son of a bitch.
Then Keemstar posted a video back to her.
We've talked trash to each other. We have fun on Twitter for years. But you're crossing a goddamn line.
All in all, Gabbie Hanna has been a real source of contention when it comes to Keemstar and Trisha. So now let's fast forward a little bit. Trisha uploaded episode 4 of her podcast series, Enemies and Keemstar was featured on the BFFs Podcast, posted on the same day. Trisha continued on speaking about Keemstar and his 19-year age gap with his 20-year-old girlfriend. Trisha mentions Keemstar, Ethan Klain, and Boogie2988. Boogie is another creator who defended Keemstar and his choice to date someone with a 20-year age gap. I talked more about what she covered in her Enemies number 4 episode in this video here. Trisha says that they took issue with the fact that Ethan said that she was trashing Keemstar when that wasn't really her intention. They don't feel like it's fair that just because she's female presenting that they get told that they are trashing someone when they are just expressing their valid opinions and concerns.
39-year-old men dating 20-year-old women, like that's not trashing. There's some serious issues. So let me go to the actual person I have issue with, which is Keemstar. And Keemstar did this rebuttal being like, just because you had daddy issues, I never said I had daddy issues. I saw my father was in my life.
They say that there are studies that show that a person's brain isn't fully developed until around 25, which means people under the age of 25 may make impulsive decisions and are easier to influence. Trisha responds to Keemstar and says that they don't have daddy issues and maintains that they aren't projecting onto his situation. They say that in that type of relationship dynamic, the insecurities and grossness of the older man, in this case, get projected onto the younger partner.
It's your insecurities and your grossness being projected onto them. The 39-40-year-old Keemstar and Boogie, they obviously have some damage. They obviously are broken. No shade, I'm broken too. But they're not fixing that, and instead they're going to project those onto the young girl.
Trisha makes the point that if you really think that this person is the right partner for you, why not wait until that person is 25 and they've had the chance to grow? Trisha then criticizes Keemstar for his P-word jokes that they felt were in really bad taste. Trisha Paytas responded to a now deleted tweet from Keemstar saying, "Get prepared for the winter dance and prom," in response to someone saying, "What are you going to do when she goes back to high school in September?" Trisha was like, "This joke in 2021 doesn't fly. Joking about dating high school girls has underlying sick intentions. Keemstar, why'd you delete?" They then had this exchange when Keemstar said, "Inviting Trisha Paytas on DramaAlert for an interview. Fuck it, the internet is boring as hell right now. I'll take one for the team." Trisha responds saying, "Damn, I guess I really have hit rock bottom." Trisha then posted Enemies episode number 5. In addition to talking about the continuing feud with Keemstar and Ethan Klain, they also comment on Leah Michelle and drama around the casting of Beanie Feldstein for Funny Girl, the Broadway revival of a 1968 film starring Barbara Streisand, and she talks at length about Kristen McCarthy, Scotty Sire, and David Dobrik. Is that how you pronounce Kristen's last name? I hope that wasn't terrible. Trisha says that Kristen is very kind and always seemed separate from the vlog squad, and in Trisha's opinion, that's obviously a good thing. They talk about listening to Kristen's podcast and admits to missing frenemies. Trisha speaks about Kristen's breakup episode about Scott and really appreciated that Kristen was so real. Trisha really appreciates how genuine Kristen is about her feelings towards Scott, moving on so fast, and the idea that he might have cheated allegedly. Trisha mentioned the situation that transpired with the vlog squad and Hannah that was exposed and feeling physically ill over the fact that they were there before a crime was committed.
It still makes me physically sick to this day, and it's why I can't let up on David or the vlog squad, because Nothing has changed and no one has grown. No one is taking responsibility or accountability.
Then Trisha moves on to again defend their points that it's not moral to date someone so young when there's such a large age gap. They explain that they are passionately against large age gaps for reasons that they've been stating all along. Trisha states that they think that their recent interaction with Keemstar over the 20-year-old girlfriend thing was used by Ethan to blow up the drama disproportionately in a way that it shouldn't have been. If I might offer an opinion here, she almost sounds sympathetic towards Keemstar. She says her previous experiences with Keemstar were negative, and she mentions back the situation in which they had their first drama over Gabbie and Keem not leaving Trisha alone. However, if you recall, there's a little bit more of a backstory here when Trisha was either troll thirst tweeting or they were thirst tweeting Keemstar point blank period. Thanks at Keemstar for my hoodie. It's so soft. I'm gonna rub it on my all day for OnlyFans. They then talk about going on DramaAlert or one of Keemstar's platforms to talk about why they feel it's inappropriate to date someone under 25 when there's a large age gap. They say again that they are really passionate about this, and they talk about negative experiences on Gabbie Hanna's podcast, and they say that they kind of sense the same energy from Keem and thinks that the podcast could kind of go the same way. Trisha addresses criticism directed at them for posing in a topless photo with Tana Mojo. Some people who've been critical have said, well, how can you get mad at Keemstar when he has a 20-year-old girlfriend when you're posing topless with a person that's younger than you as well? And my opinion is not an apples to apples comparison, but okay. Trisha says that it's not a fair comparison as well, because obviously they only have a 10-year age gap. Keemstar's is a 20-year age gap. They and Tana are not in a romantic relationship, and they aren't even really friends. I don't know if that's a good defense, but whatever.
I like her. I enjoy her company. We did a podcast together. I don't have any intention of like just going to parties with Tana Mojo.
Trisha says that it really damages sex workers and disregards the work that they do. It's two sex workers collabing and choosing to work together. It's not the same as the power imbalance that exists in the age gap relationship that Trisha refers to. Neither Tana nor Trisha were being exploited. There was no coercing, manipulating, or grooming that took place when they collabed. Therefore, Trisha is saying not only is this argument stupid and not comparable, but it further stigma against sex workers. Trisha then brings up the H3 podcast getting banned. They say that they want to make peace with Keem.
Make amends with Keem. Not make amends, be peaceful. I do think there is room on the internet for healthy back and forth.
Trisha says that it was meant to more or less share the story as a way to help others and show that behavior, while it isn't illegal, it's not okay either. Trisha mentions that in the past, whenever they've had beef with another creator, they have gone on their podcasts or had some kind of one-on-one conversation with them. And from that interaction, they're usually able to make peace or come to some sort of ceasefire. They give examples of past issues or beef that they've had with Ethan Klein, for example, Nikocado Avocado, Jeffree Star, and even Joey Graceffa. That kind of changed due to having some sort of one-on-one conversation. Trisha says that they don't want to be on bad or icky terms with anyone. Trisha admits that she was annoyed that she was labeled as being versus with anyone. They don't like that H3 is portraying them to have more serious drama or issues with someone than they really do. Trisha then reads Ethan's tweets about getting banned. Trisha admits that they don't know the in-depth history between Keemstar and Ethan Klein. They explain that the hate between the two of them is really intense and they don't really want to be involved. Trisha then addresses criticism that they get for not going up to bat for Ethan the same way that he does for them, which is true. Hello, did we all just forget the cancellation of David Dobrik? Like, he rode hard at dawn for them, always came to their defense on Twitter, and Trisha is over here trying to make peace with Keem. Well, I guess Keem is the nicest person on the platform, according to some people.
Keem can be really, really ignorant, but he is probably the kindest creator on the platform. Like, truly.
Trisha says the reason for this is because that the feud between them felt different and more serious than the beef that Trisha had with David, Jason, and the Vlog Squad. They admit that they could be totally wrong in thinking this, but they think that the beef seemed to be over past issues that they just continue to dig at each other for. Trisha tries to explain that the stuff with David was currently happening, even though, yes, it started with them telling stories of the past. But like, Trish, how is this not a current situation that's happening with Keem and Ethan? How is that not considered current drama? And hey, this is just my opinion here, but this is about to be your literal family and you're trying to make peace with his mortal enemy. Like, the optics are not good here, Trish, sweetie. Trish says that she doesn't have hatred for David and Jason, but they are just disappointed that the Vlog Squad and David Dobrik can just get away with things without taking accountability.
It's more like disgust, I guess you could say it.
They admit that they don't know the entire backstory or the specifics of the issues with Keem and Ethan Klein. They just know that the two of them had a back and forth last summer where expose videos were being released. Trisha says that they don't want any part of digging up and exposing past actions. Then they explain that around this time there was so much drama going on at the time and they weren't really caught up with the specifics on the drama surrounding Ethan and Keem during that time. Trisha explains that back then the feud got so nasty that they should have just called a truce. Trisha says that because both Keem and Ethan are polarizing, outspoken figures, they are in Trisha's eyes kind of the same.
But hey, you know, Ethan said me and Gabbie were the same person. So I'm gonna say this. I think him and Keemstar are kind of the same person on different ends of the very different ends of the thing.
They say that they aren't on that level with Keem and Ethan in regards to subscriber count and influence. Basically, Trisha says that both Keem and Ethan have a bigger audience and a bigger platform, and says that they both stupid shit. They are both obnoxious and they both can be likable. Trisha goes on to say that they aren't going to talk with Keemstar out of spite for Ethan. She says she doesn't want the same back and forth vitriolic exchange that Ethan and Keem have. They just want to have a conversation. Trisha said that they don't think Keemstar had anything to do with H3 getting banned because they just don't think Keem has that kind of power. Meanwhile, Keemstar and Ethan Klein were having a heated exchange on Twitter over H3 Productions ban. I have another video up on that if you want to see the details on that. Of course, we all know how massively successful Enemies was. Rest in peace. And we know that Ethan Klein has had a feud with Keemstar for years as well, which has kind of played into people's reactions to Trisha's most recent Enemies episode. One user said, Keem is literally still saying how you just want to sleep with him. If I were engaged, I wouldn't disrespect my fiance by collabing with him. Someone else said, I don't get how Trisha doesn't see the dissonance/hypocrisy in advocating for SA and R survivors while humoring someone, Keemstar, who's an R apologist. She should have just closed her mouth, is what he said, by going on his podcast. Way to undermine yourself, Trisha. Someone said, do not go on Keem's show. That's what he wants. He creates drama, then to clear someone's name, invites them on his show. Just benefits him and his show. I wouldn't give Keem the time of day, honestly. He is just a snake in the grass. Keem is doing it for views and hates you, Trisha. You're doing it to get back at Ethan. All his mumbo jumbo about making amends isn't fooling anyone. We all know, including yourself, that Keem is not the person to try to make amends with right now. Are you kidding? Phew. Okay, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and follow the Hot Tweet Twitter account as well. I post new videos every single day. All right, bye-bye.